Well, if Little Fate doesn't get the job done, I guess we'll have to rely on random. It's the only idea that I've got left. That was super close. Let's do one more attempt at this challenge, the Stewardship Challenge. I really do want to get this one done. And we've got Stygian Melting Remnant. So we still have Reforming Train Stewards, but this time we could maybe make a Spell Power base. I do think that Monster Train is a pretty skill-based game, at least with the last Divinity DLC installed. But it's a little tricky to recognize what picks you need to be making sometimes. And I was really hoping for spell discount, Tethys. I guess let's try Chillwind Tethys here. Apply Frostbite. With top floor Dazed, I do like that. Okay, top floor Tethys setup can be quite good. And I'll take an artifact to start as well. Once again, cheap units, very strong. Wait, what? 3? I have so many questions. What do you mean 3? What do you mean 3? Oh yeah, wait, isn't it normally 3? Yeah, it is normally 3. It's always been 3. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's just 3. I just forgot that you could gain money in an increment of not 5, I guess. But yes, that's what this normally is. Not modified. Got it. Which makes this pretty good, actually. This would be steady money if we can gain health. But I think Forever Flame is the pick here. So let's do that. Give me a unit draft. We can take it. Our strategy in most fights is going to be to deploy Tethys and 2 Train Stewards on the top floor. Maybe harass with some Train Stewards on lower floors. And allow the top floor Dazed to provide protection to us. Easy peasy. Here. Now, Daze means they cannot attack or otherwise perform their actions. So many Stewies. Just like last run, we can reform the stewards if they end up perishing to give them better stats. Good old Mollusk Mage is here. Bonus spell power on 1 floor. I am, generally speaking, a fan of the Mollusk Mage and the power it can bring. Good unit infusion, too. Though not with Frostbite Tethys, I don't think. This is a situation where I'm not going to take it. I don't want to take any of this, I don't think. I've already got 2 Ice Tornadoes. Don't really want this Flash Freeze. How's it going, Muse? We almost won with this, with a previous attempt on this challenge. Not quite, though. Trying to figure it out right now. How can we do it? Big Sludges here. Whenever a unit dies on Big Sludge's floor, they gain 5 rage. That's a lot of attack power. Big Sludge can be a very good infusion if you can combo them with a sweeper, especially. I maybe should have considered Dripfall more seriously, except for the fact that, by the way, we have 2 of them. So, no, I don't need another one. I'm also down for Siren of the Sea, gaining bonus stats on Incant. That's always a good approach here. What if I made a Rage Steward? I want Big Sludge. Let's try to make this work. Yeah, it's a very good essence for a sweeper. Although we have to go to a Stygian banner if we want a sweeper. We could try 2 chances at it. Let's do that. Okay. Got it in 1. I guess we do that. So, this unit has sweep and gains 5 rage, equal to 10 attack power, every time a unit dies on their floor, which is very powerful. We want to combo that with a 1 capacity unit that we can kill often. I'm not going to discount an Ice Tornado here. I've learned my lesson about going too high on the shard count. I will buy these upgrades. Let's cheapen Dripfall and add Consume to one of these tornadoes. Not feeling the Ice Storm. Is Melting Remnant my favorite clan? No, that would be the Worm Kid. Really like the Worm Kid. Free Rage, by the way. Oh yeah, and we don't really need to worry about survivability on the sweeper because everything is dazed. Excellent. Begin the Enragening. Oh, no you don't. Well, you're probably still gonna get away, but I can at least try. Dang it. We definitely want some sort of frontline unit that can tank for Cold Kalia here, because this will just fold to a boss, right? Oh, cool, we actually got the Collector. Cool. Or at least some survivability upgrades. But the idea is that Tethys behind her is the boss answer. Would love quick on the Cold Kalia. We don't really need it because of the Lights Gift. Although it would let her attack a second time before the enemies get to strike. So it does still help us, I guess. For relentless bosses, anyway. Mollusk Mage is back. Are we sure we don't want one? It is a 1 capacity unit, although I wouldn't exactly call it tanky. I don't think so. Did the last run not beat Divinity? It didn't. Not quite. Whoa, what? Early Hallowed Halls? That's pretty insane. I mean, yeah? Not gonna say no to Hallowed Halls, although I don't think we use it on the top floor. I think we use it on the stewards on the lower floors. We want to go this way. It's time for an upgrade. A multi-strike upgrade. Excellent. Double the damage, double the fun. Can't say no to that. I think we probably also want 25 HP. Just for spikes and such. Don't want to die instantly the first time it takes damage. That's bad. Let's do this next. No? I'm gonna go with no. Dazed on the bottom floor and the top floor, kind of cool. Vapor funnel dazed if they get to the pyre room. I don't think that'll happen, though. We definitely want to be able to play the Cold Kalia on the top floor, specifically. But I guess Concussive Coals is nice. This can deal with curse-creating enemies, too, on turn 1. Stop them from being annoying. Is a Siren of the Sea an acceptable tank? Not really. No, not really. It's only +1/+1 as the infuse. I don't think I like it much. Not good enough, I say. Hef offers us good old Wingmaker, or we can get an Hef's Consolation upgrade by refusing it, which gives 10 attack power and -1 capacity cost. Absolutely. So now we have a 11 attack power, 2 capacity Cold Kalia here. Oh, we could have 2 of them. Oh my. Unfortunately, the Hell Vent is not until ring 7. So probably not. The Hell Vent was unfortunately here, actually. Makes it quite awkward to get another one. And now you know, Super Awesome Coffee, there is a prize for saying no. And it's a pretty good one. This is actually an acceptable time to go... bottom floor? Yeah, I'll try bottom floor. Let's do it. Hey, Concussive Coals, what gives? How about you don't, though? Look at that sweep damage. Speaking of sweep damage, rip champ. I should have dazed the sweeper, actually. We can just perform Tethys, though. That's pretty funny. Whoops. Might be. How's about we do this? Oh. How's about that? Tez91, thanks for 14 months in the Prime sub. Appreciate ya. Okay, this is not ideal, but we can chump block with Tethys to get a kill here. Tethys, you're my blocker. Go. Easy. No prob. Hour of Death. Don't think so. Harness the Titan could be kind of interesting with the spells. Still don't think so. I think we just skip these too. Not a lot of cards I see being particularly useful. Could take Titan Sentry as a tank. Titan Sentry has reasonable base health. Could also use Lady of the House as a tank, since we can reform her after she burns out. Although that could lead to some awkward moments, for sure. Especially versus bosses. So probably better off with the Titan Sentry. Does Devourer of Death lose the souls when it dies? Yes. A very awkward unit. Don't like it very much. I suppose Titan Sentry is pretty good here. Otherwise, we're just doing Steward, Colcalia, Tethys for a long time. I guess that's not a problem. Until we can dupe the Colcalia. Okay, you know what? Let's just do that. No more units for us. Yes, more card draw. I think. Though I'm not quite sure how we're getting stronger. At the moment. Unstable Vortex does seem pretty appealing. These Frozen Lances can definitely go. Although Artifact is also tempting. Trinket Merchant. Eviscerated and Chopped is Lagavulin, Lurking Fool. Have you tried the power of friendship? Nob says gouged and trampled by a horned beast. Horned beast. Alright, I'll take those 2 removes. Sure. Anything we want to make the cost lower on? Hallowed Halls seems pretty good. There's no temple here. Frostbite Sweep is a fun cross path to get, but we just want the single target boss damage because we already have a sweeper. Let's add 10 magic power onto Ice Storm and reduce the cost of Hallowed Halls. But try to stay closer to 100 pack shards this time. See if we find more success that way. Why not take the free money? I mean the cursed money for 10 shards in the middle there? It's not free is why. It is most certainly not free. Comes at the price of the devil's bargain. Maybe I wanted to go top floor. I assumed that because we were dealing with the scaling units, I wanted to go on bottom, but I think with Light's Gift that was not the case. Call that a mistake. I think we'll still be okay, though. Come down here to die, please. Really, it's the least they could do. So note that each hit of the multi-strike, the rage is applied separately. If the first hit kills enemies, the second hit does more damage. It's pretty absurd, actually. This is going well. That's fine. Have a new train steward. Give me some rage. Dead. All right, that was very easy. Seems like we're quite strong at the moment. Spell weakness could be nice with the spells here. We're going to need to deal with problematic enemies in some fashion. Currently, I foresee us going top floor versus Divinity and using Dazed to stop the boss itself. Could also do sap things. That's kind of interesting. Still think fewer cards is better here. Stealth, that could work. Let's do that. That's a top floor Divinity answer. A particularly good one, I think. There's no point in going to a Merchant of Trinkets, but we don't have enough money to buy a trinket. So Merchant of Steel it is, where we're offered Multistrike again, although I don't have a good use for it. We find holdover for Halls. Do we use it on the Cold Kalia floor? No, because it would remove any rage stacks that she has. Rage won't be preserved when dying. So it's really only to be used on Train Stewards here. 10 magic power piercing. That's probably what I want on Ice Storm. Let's do that. Don't plan on fusing units here. Making the stealth 0 cost could be good, especially if we get holdover for it, huh? That might be worth it. Infuriating, but only momentarily. I was angry, but then I forgot about it. Because I died. Kind of seems fair, actually. This will make a chunkier steward. Be my tank. My shield. Not going to pay for this. Because I don't think it helps us much. And yeah, we will go 0 cost here. I think that's probably worth it. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I don't think the stealth boss will be an actual issue here. As long as we use the tanky steward. And correctly go on the top floor. Don't forget about that. This enemy could be an issue, actually. And he has Rage Sweep, huh? We're going to want the stealth for that. Here. I should have played Ice Storm first, actually. Let's do it down here, then. Need to reduce their HP. You hang out for 2 turns. Get him. Oh, right. We don't need to deal with sweep. Just with Divinity. That makes sense. The bad news is we're still not killing them, though. Which means we'll take some pyre damage. There's not much I can do about that. This may not hurt either of them. Barely even worth playing. Let's not. And unfortunately, them getting by means we don't scale our rage either, actually. Stealth versus Dazed. Who will win? Who will die? This train steward will die. Of old age. Already that was most of their stealth stacks. Burnout 3. Perfect. Why not hollowed hulls on the bottom floor? It actually would have caused less stealth to be burned on the boss. We had one train steward that didn't have burnout. And the boss had 3 dazed. So essentially any unit with burnout would just die before the boss got to attack them. But the one train steward that didn't have burnout was going to last a bit longer. That's the long and short of it. To burn more stealth. Cash money. Days. We want ways to deal days. Ooh, Votivary. Okay, now we're talking. Votivary can help us with rage scaling. By perishing. Although only if we can make it die. How do I kill Votivary? Reliably. With the days happening? I don't think I do. Well, never mind, then, I guess. This makes more units anyway? Yeah, the Remnant Host makes drafts, which have burnout, so that could really scale our rage. That'd be very powerful. Gonna need additional capacity to make that work, and I think that's worth it. Let's try it. Let's try it. And that would then be a good endless candidate, so let's look at the Merchant of Steel. For chump block card draw. That's the problem, Necrothal, is that we don't actually have a use for chump block. And if you can't use the Votivary as chump block, you don't get the card draw. Because everything is getting dazed on the top floor, we have nothing that can actually kill the Votavary for us. I guess we could play it on a bottom floor, but then it's not actually contributing to the harvest, which would be the whole point, so don't do that. Let's see. Quick is not it, right? Quick is not it. We want endless primarily. Yes. Perfect. Also would have liked a burnout 1 stone, but life can't be perfect. Something interesting. Got some pyre health to spare here. Gain $5 when a friendly unit dies. I'll take it. We've deemed you worthy. That'll help with the money thing. Quite a lot, actually. What's your essence? Summon 2 draft on extinguish. Neat. Can't say no to free money, right? Divine Temples all the way down. Okay. I think we leave it as it is for now. And go to fight Fel here. Curse Fel is going to be a slight issue. We definitely want to do a bottom floor setup for this fight, or we're going to have a big issue. So, bottom floor it is. But at what cost? Oh, right, it's free. Scourge cards. Thankfully, the units being free is going to make this tolerable. And the bottom floor dazed will also make this tolerable. None of this really matters. Here, have 2 dazed. Easy. Oh, the Hallowed Hall's money generator. Excellent. Keep being dazed. Perfect. Truly perfect. Let's try this. We can actually use Frenzied Swarm to discard the ultimate penance if we wanted here. Although I don't believe we need to do that. It's a funny thought. Good. So we get $5 and 5 rage for each of those drafts dying at the end of the turn. Remnant Host, best chump blocker ever. should have hollowed halls on the higher floors, though. Some more money. Final wave. Boop. Get stabbed by a draft. Amazing. Oh, we do get Sacrificial Resurrection. That's awesome, because it can potentially let us make a Burnout 1 Remnant Host. I'm going to take this. Consume cards in your hand, add a draft unit to your hand, and apply +10 attack power for each card you consumed. Some fun interaction we can do with that. And I'll take Light of Seraph here, because what I want is 2 Cold Kalias on the top floor. Not just 1, but 2. Use this. We can start losing Train Stewards. We don't need very many of them. Or arguably any of them. -2 cost and Purge. Purge is okay. Purge is definitely okay. Let's spend our last shards on that. Frostbite 40. Or minus damage spell cost is not that bad. But no, I want Frostbite 40. We're still looking for Holdover. Not aggressively. If I really wanted it, I would have gone to Merchant of Magic here. We are going to go here. To the other Merchant of Magic. But I don't actually think we're going to need it, because I think we can get the deck size down to small enough. Spikes 5. Ooh. That sounds pretty bad, actually. That sounds like too many spikes. I'm not going to take that. Given that we have multi-strike sweepers, that would be a lot of self-damage. Too much, perhaps. Oh, perfect. And we get the Sacrificial Resurrection Remnant Host combo right away. So I can immediately show you what the heck I'm talking about. So here's the play. Tethys goes here. Kalia goes here. Oh, I have to sacrifice the Hollowed Halls too, though, huh? I guess we can just play this. Alright, purge these cards. Give me a draft. Don't play the draft, though. Try to get you next turn. So, now we play the other Cold Kalia here. Oh, I should have done the Remnant Host first, though. And we have an Endless Burnout 1 Remnant Host, which is going to be extra stupid. It's also going to make us a lot of money. These don't want to go... Actually, yeah, we can play these on the bottom now. Totally allowed to do that. Oh, wait. Oh, they don't die immediately, though. I think that's not as good as I thought it would be. Interesting problem. Okay, we'll put you on the bottom this floor, then. This turn, then. You're actually not dying. Interesting problem. Huh. Well, enjoy dealing 12 to the pyre, or whatever. Do get the collector, at least. Good talk. Yeah, this is not quite as good as I thought it would be. Bummer. It is still at least helpful, even in the current form. And making me a lot of money in the current form. Sure, play more stuff. Why not? Have it be. Get him. This is scaling the boss's damage a little bit, but it's also doing enough damage that I don't care. Easy peasy. Get whipped. Nope. Trigger a unit's extinguishability without killing it. Has a fun little interaction with Remnant Host, but is otherwise not needed here. This can apply days 3, though. I want that. Mortal Entrapment. Expensive, but totally worth it. As a way to daze last Divinity. Yeah, boss's damage won't matter if it doesn't get to attack, that's for sure. Here's Holdover. So we can Holdover engulfed in smoke if we just want to be invisible. Actually, I really like that because then we can actually get the Remnant Host killed each turn because we can play the Holdover stealth and then play the Remnant Host. I like it. Let's do that. That ought to let us deal with basically everything in the last Divinity fight. I don't think we have any other problems now. What do we got here? When you play a unit, a random card in hand is become free. It's not bad. Don't have burnout things. Let's just reroll this. Kind of the same. Don't need none of that. We do have a couple 3-cost spells, that's true. We don't really need to be fancy here, though. Okay. Anything that makes sense to duplicate. Could dupe the Engulfed in Smoke, just for safety. That seems like a good idea. Just for safety, let's dupe that. Okay, cool. Don't have the room to make duping the host make any sense. We should make the hollowed hulls free. I'm not sure about mortal entrapment. I'm gonna pay for a couple card purges is what I'm gonna do. Our limited money. And I can get 10 magic power and that's it. That's it. 75. Why not? Alright. Seraph the Diligent will destroy our spells. I don't actually think we care about that for this fight. We do have curse enemies. That's right, this is the curse variant of Seraph, which might incentivize a bottom floor setup for us, which would make the stealth more reasonable. But he's consuming all my junk. Trouble. It's a slight trouble. I'm gonna go top floor, but I might regret it. We'll see. Hopefully some of them will get dazed, at least on the bottom floor here. Deal with fewer curses. Do it. Got him. Maybe should have done that on the bottom floor, but here we are. Here we are. Who's this? It's you. Oops. Okay, that's not too many curses, at least. We just discard this. Although I should have stunned the middle floor, actually, to prevent one curse here. Seems like it's going well. So delete one of them. Such is the way of things. Days for everyone. Days for days. Again, should have done that on a different floor. Doesn't matter, though. What sort of effects are bosses immune to? They are usually immune to being repositioned. You can ascend or descend flying bosses during the initial boss phase, but you can't push or pull bosses forward or backwards on the floor. So the boss is always going to be... Actually, wait, is that true? I'm pretty sure you can't push or pull them. At least not these ones, the flying ones. Can't root bosses. That's right, they're immune to root. But not dazed or stealth or melee weakness or anything like that. But root is, I think, the big one they're immune to. Cannot be rooted. Yes, that's part of the relentless property. This unit cannot be rooted. Other than that, they're not immune to a whole lot. Not that much. Choo-choo. You can push and pull on normal bosses. Thank you. I was curious. Blah. Doesn't even get to kill the remnant host. Embarrassing. Blah. GG. One more fight. I think we have much better odds this time than last time. Much more confident in our last Divinity fight here. Although, how's our turn 1 look? Perfect. Okay. We get the holdover stealth. So, no biggie. We can go top floor setup. Easy peasy. And I will. Sneaky, sneaky. Easy peasy. So each turn, what we want to do is play the Engulfed in Smoke and then play Remnant Host. That way the last Divinity kills the Remnant Host with its attack, and the drafts will burn out, allowing us to replay Remnant Host on the next turn. Sweeps do not work on stealth, that's correct. A target with stealth is a unit with stealth is unable to be targeted in combat. So the sweep boss only hits our front unit, as it's the only one without stealth. I actually want this scaling. You know what? I'm not going to play any of this. None of it. In fact, we actively don't want to daze the boss. The boss does purge Frostbite each turn, which prevents that from accumulating, but that's no biggie. Not the spikes. Anything but the spikes. floor will hurt a little bit to this Cold Kalia, but it's no biggie. It's no biggie, don't worry. I should maybe play the Stewards. Get them out of the deck, actually. But yeah, our Cold Kalia should only take 15 damage from this, hitting each enemy one time. We can also just drip fall the spike enemy. Sounds even better. We should daze you, though. They're so angry. 100 rage. Yeah, poor Stewards ultimately ending up left out of the challenge in order to accomplish it. I did my best. We made 3 attempts where I was trying to use them, and it did not work out each time. So here we are, breaking the game with Remnant instead. It's what Random decided we were going to do. And I'll take it, quite frankly. GG. X. There it is, the Stewardship Challenge accomplished.